Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up.
Greetings, Redheads. Thank you for joining us on another episode of your favorite show, which is the one and only R3Ds View.
Yes, sir.
I'm your gracious host, Jay Red, joined by the most honorable and legendary DJ PM. The legendary DJ PM.
I appreciate that, man. Pleasure to be here as always.
Absolutely. Before we begin, make sure that you subscribe to youtube.com/WeAuthenticNetwork and go visit RZView.com where you can get all the content, all the great things like that. All right. And download and stream my album once too. I hadn't said that in a minute.
Yeah,
make sure
absolutely.
that you get that album. Quarantine, you ain't got nothing else to do.
Right. Might as well. Just put it on play and turn the music always down. Go to sleep. Let it play.
Just
all
let
the
it
way.
play right.
And repeat while you sleep. Run them streams.
Run them streams up. That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. All right, so let's talk about some current events. And it's dope that we can do this now. We're talking about the current, and then
Right.
the other half, we'll talk about some nostalgia.
Definitely.
So let's talk about what's been happening, man. You know, still, we're in quarantine. Ain't no telling when we'll get out. You know what I'm saying?
Free me, man.
It's been rough.
Free PM t-shirt.
Right. But we've been utilizing this time. And with that, we've been having a lot of different IG battles.
Absolutely.
Instagram live battles. One that took place recently was the RZA versus DJ Premier.
DJ Premier, shout him out.
Two legendary New York producers.
Okay.
That
Even though RZA is originally from Texas. Premier's originally from Texas. Yeah.
right.
But
But
he made his bones in
he made his bones in New York.
New
But so we gotta salute them for that.
Absolutely.
But remarkable producers, like the culture, they helped shift the culture.
Absolutely.
They had a sound that was so unique for the culture. And bro, when I tell one thing that people wanted to say was that because Ed Lover said it and everybody else said it, hip hop won the battle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
I mean, you have. I'll get into who I feel like I favored it, but I think that I agree with that. Like hip hop won because when I was listening to that battle, bro, it's like you could do number respect.
Oh, for sure.
Because they were, what was unique is they were showing so much gratitude for each other. Talking about, like, as they were playing the songs, they were talking about, I was at this place when I made this. And it's just everybody they've worked with. They've worked with some of the same people.
Yeah.
Nas and Jay-Z records, I was just like
Yeah.
I slept on the fact that Premier produced so many Jay-Z records.
I knew that. I slept on the fact that he produced so many Nas records.
Oh, yeah, I knew about Nas.
Nah, I knew,
yeah, of course.
I'm not a Nas fan. Of course, I knew about the Jay-Z records, though.
Yeah.
Nah, but what I will say is that hip-hop definitely won that battle.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, just... It was dope for hip hop. It was real dope for hip hop.
And just that has the most viewership now.
Correct.
It almost hit.
Wait, it had more than T-Pain and Lil Jon?
Yeah.
Really?
It almost hit 1 million.
Really?
Yes. It was
I ain't pay attention to that.
Yeah.
I was so tuned in.
It like you know how your video ends.
Yeah.
And it shows you how many. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like 800 something thousand.
Really?
Yes.
Shout out to Premier.
Premier. I'm telling you, bro.
That's
like
crazy.
Yes.
I wouldn't have expected that. Because they like real hip hop.
Real
like,
hip-hop,
you know,
yeah.
T-Pain and Lil Jon, they
Yeah,
crossover
true.
producers. Like, you got Get Low and Apple Bottom Jeans. And you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You would
that's
think
true.
that would draw a bigger crowd. But that's crazy, though.
But the most people, but you can't forget about Wu-Tang having a real huge following.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For
and
sure.
then the fact that the people who I was seeing in there was just like Ed Lover.
Right,
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Like
No.
just
I mean,
the whole
I understand that. I'm just
Yeah, I get
surprised
you.
that more people tuned into that than they did
T-Pain and Lil
T-Pain
Jon.
and Lil Jon. I
Yeah.
mean, they got
Yeah, they do.
all kinds of fans.
They do. That's true.
Yeah.
To go into the battle, like I favorited RZA. He was my favorite in the battle.
Really?
Yes.
You think RZA won if you had to pick a winner?
Yes. Now the reason I say this is because RZA has only really produced for the Wu-Tang Clan for the most part.
For the most part?
But the tracks that he's produced, first of all, if you've only produced for a certain camp, the fact that you can battle anybody with your crew means a lot. That stands out. That's for one.
Definitely.
Now Premier, I love DJ Premier,
Okay.
but I do feel like his production can feel generic.
Okay.
It's that boom bap, boom bap.
Well, I
Now
mean, he is a boom bap producer.
he is a boom bap producer. Now, some of the ones like Devil's Pie by D'Angelo,
right?
I didn't know he did that.
I didn't know he did that either.
That was like
when he played that, I was like, oh my god,
like damn.
Yeah.
And he had a few other people that he produced for, or a few other records that I did not know.
Yeah.
Like if you hear a song like Nas, what was it? Nas is like.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Or if you hear some of the stuff he did off Reasonable Doubt, you can hear the Premier.
Yeah, of course.
But it was some of those records. I was like, damn, you did that beat. But RZA. And maybe I've just been so accustomed to hearing his hits all, you know what I'm saying? Like the Wu-Tang records. Put it like this. If I had to put a CD in of instrumentals from Premier versus RZA, I feel like I could ride out. Like RZA made Bring the Pain.
You would listen to RZA
yes, his
beats
production.
over Premier?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to think about Triumph.
I ain't got to think about nothing. Because I know I wouldn't.
You think that Premier, you would rather listen to Premier beats?
I would. I will say, though, for one, we all know I'm not a Wu-Tang fan.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think that RZA and Premier both held back on some of the songs that they should have played.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at the songs that they played after the battle.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, why wouldn't Premier play it? Like, Premier held back on like 4 Jay-Z records. And I was like, why would you not play that? Mm-hmm. Like, Friend of Foe, like it was some big records that I was just like, come on, dog.
Y'all could have set it off with that.
Yeah. If I had to vote, I would probably say 12-8 RZA, honestly.
No, absolutely not.
I ain't gonna lie. You think it was bigger than that?
Well, no.
I'm saying RZA won.
Oh, RZA won. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I thought you. Okay, no, yeah.
Because like I said, but only because, in my opinion, Premier held back on a lot of the beats he should have played.
That's true.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, I think Wu-Tang's catalog is just so heavy to where, like, I don't think that Premier, but Premier has some records.
Premier got some bangers, man.
Man, like when they were going back and forth playing them Jay-Z and Nas records, I was like, because I didn't know. I knew that RZA produced something for Nas.
Right.
I didn't know he did something for Jay-Z.
I didn't either until he played it. I'm gonna tell you what else though. I was actually surprised how many people tuned in because. Like, I mean, RZA and Premier are legendary producers. I'm not taking that away from them.
Absolutely.
But they fall into the same, especially RZA. They fall into the same curse that Manny Fresh fell into.
That's
true. As far as only being an in-house producer.
Absolutely.
For the most part.
Yeah.
And so, but I mean, it's way more people in New York than it is like Louisiana.
That is true. Too, so. That's what we sleeping on. That tri-state area is.
Man, I tell people all the time, dog. It's too many people living in Brooklyn alone.
That's true. That's why, like, it's so heavy. The culture is so heavy there. So sure. I think we slept on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Overall, dude, like I thoroughly enjoyed that. Now I do feel like the beginning half. It was hard as hell to tune in because for one, RZA's audio was terrible.
It was terrible. I don't know what they was doing. Hey, not to interrupt you, but Swizz, Timbo, your producers need to get a thing called an iRig. It's what DJs is using. That's
what they said. The iRig, but the iRig wasn't working. Like it was gonna be a delay.
He must have been. I don't know what he was doing. He was doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of DJs that use the iRig and it sounds flawless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when like the latter half, like in the middle, that's when it was.
Once
rocking.
they got the sound together,
it was over with.
And then like I loved how they was like telling stories about, I remember you came up to me and was like, yo, I got a record that's gonna blow your, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that was dope too. So I appreciate that. One time for hip hop.
One time for hip hop, definitely. So let's talk about some other stuff that has happened. So The Weeknd said some slick stuff about Usher. Did you?
Nah, I ain't catch that. Did he for real?
Yes.
What he say?
It wasn't anything just terrible, but basically that Climax record that Usher came out with.
Right.
All that. Yeah. So Usher, even like he did that song, and I think that was around the time The Weeknd was coming out. So The Weeknd said that he felt like Usher bit his style. I'm paraphrasing now, but he said it was something like that. Like he felt like Usher was adapting to his sound at the particular time. Because I think that came out of like, and see that's what Usher responded in the most unique way. He just recorded himself singing Climax.
Yeah. And
then he said something like, why would the sun, something about the moon and the stars or something like, why would a moon, I don't know. I'm paraphrasing. But he bit back, he went back at him a little bit. And then The Weeknd ended up apologizing.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that's foolish to even think that The Weeknd,
that Usher
Usher stole the Weeknd. People like The Weeknd You stop. I'm not even gonna. Yeah, next subject.
Yeah, I mean sometimes, but it is truthful that some people do.
Yeah, I mean Drake, other artists like that. You know,
yeah,
bigger artists do still newer artists sound all the time.
Yeah,
but I mean, The Weeknd and Drake don't. I mean, The Weeknd they make the exact same music, but The Weeknd and Usher don't even make the same kind of music. Like it's not.
Yeah, I didn't think of The Weeknd when I think of Climax.
Yeah, Usher makes like real R&B, and The Weeknd makes like.
What do you call that? What?
It's not. I mean, it is R&B, but it's more so like. Emo music,
pop,
like pop, emo.
Because he don't be hitting notes.
Nah,
it's like it's the same bland.
He just gets louder and softer. It's like he does what John Legend does. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're not great singers. They can sing a certain note, and then they just get louder and softer.
And then it's just the same. That's why I can't listen to.
But they're great writers, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but they're great writers. And that's what brings artists like The Weeknd, Party Next Door, John Legend. Yeah. That's what makes them superstar. Well, I don't even know if The Weeknd is a superstar. Yeah, Party isn't. But that's what makes them like popular. The fact that they can write so well.
And see, The Weeknd, to his credit, he helped put Drake on another level.
100%.
Take Care was really The Weeknd's album. 100%. Especially the first half of it.
Bro, every song was either The Weeknd or Party.
Yeah.
We all know that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah.
But Drake says all his biggest hits he wrote himself.
So let's talk about Drake.
Okay.
Toosie Slide is his, 200 song to hit the charts. But this is like...
Don't you want to dance?
What did you think about Toosie Slide?
That's so trash. Nah, but I get why he did it.
Yeah, I get it.
It's trash. Musically, it's trash.
Right.
Business is genius.
It's genius.
Come on, man. Yeah. All these challenges that's popping up.
Why would you not?
Why would you not come up? I mean, you're the biggest artist in the game. Hate it or love it.
Yeah. Why would you not?
It's a no-brainer. I call those layups. It's a layup. Yeah. Like, why would you not
capitalize on it?
You know,
and he went number one. He went number one.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
And he should do a remix. And you know who should be on the remix?
Who?
Beyonce.
Really?
Bro, are you crazy? If him and Beyonce dropped a remix to Toosie Slide, come on. That song will be number one for like the rest of the quarantine. Year, right? Come on, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Beyonce, she already got some songs that's like not the best vocally, like 7-Eleven, and like she'll make fun records.
Yeah.
If Drake can get Beyonce on this song, I promise you, this song will be number one for at least until the quarantine ends.
And to me,
especially if they shoot a video.
Yeah, it was kind of a cheat code to me because it's just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna take advantage of, but I'm not hating on it.
No, it's genius. It's business and marketing wise, it's genius.
Absolutely.
And then he shot it at his crib. It looked like he shot it on an iPhone.
Absolutely.
Like
it was that was on point.
I mean, it was
just the whole
not that it looked bad.
Yeah,
because it looked clean.
Yeah.
It just looked like he shot it on an iPhone. And as a matter of fact, there was one scene. I don't know if you saw this or not, but go back and look when he's like in that dark room. Mm-hmm. You can see the guy recording him. Like, you can see the guy's shadow recording him. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that's when I was like, oh, I think he recording him on an iPhone.
Yeah. That's dope,
and
though.
it's genius.
It's genius, yeah.
It's genius.
And what he was wearing, too, because
come on, man.
You don't really want to see him dance because he'll look goofy, so he put on that ski mask.
It's genius, bro. It's all genius.
So I knew that it was going to go number one.
I did. When I woke up and heard it, because it's an Instagram comedian. I can't think of his name right now. He's hilarious, though. Mm-hmm. He put up a video at 3:00 in the morning. Was like, people at home right now trying to learn the Toosie Slide, and that was when I heard it, and I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
And so I typed in Toosie Slide and title, and it popped up, and I played it, and I was like, "Drake's a genius."
Yeah, he got it.
I was like, "He's a genius."
Yeah. So I mean, and someone was, we were discussing this the other day. It's like, is he the greatest rapper of all time?
The greatest what?
Yeah, exactly. Because look, Diddy said that
I saw that.
Listen, so Diddy called Drake. They were on FaceTime, not FaceTime, but Instagram Live.
Yeah.
Because Diddy was doing this dance-a-thon thing
for to raise money. He raised $3 million. That's shout out to Diddy.
So he was talking to Drake, and he said, "Drake, man, you my top 5. Forget it, you my top 5. For one, I think he had too much Ciroc. For two, I expect
the brandy Ciroc too, not the good Ciroc.
Right.
He was drinking brandy.
I expect somebody like Diddy to say that. Me too. I mean, because Diddy don't write his own stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
So, absolutely. You wouldn't hear Jay-Z say no shit
Come on,
like
man.
that. You wouldn't even hear Wayne say nothing like that.
Come on, man. Wayne might say it. Only because it's his artist.
Yeah. But like rapping wise,
come on, man.
Come on, bro. And I mean, if Drake, he appreciated that, but I'm like, bro, if Diddy called me in his top 5 or named me in his top 5, I would appreciate it. But if I didn't write my own stuff, I wouldn't take it serious.
Drake don't have one rap album. Stop. Stop. He doesn't have one rap album.
Not a rap
Drake
album.
is not the best rapper of anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's not even. I don't even know if he's the best rapper in OVO.
There are other rappers on OVO?
Yes.
Who?
I mean, there's some. You just have to look them up. You'll never hear them.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't know OVO. For the longest, I didn't know Party Next Door was a person. I thought it was a group.
No, Party is a person.
Yeah.
You got Magic. He's OVO. It's a dude named Jordan something that's OVO.
Yeah.
It's a couple people in the slave shop. I mean, signed to OVO.
Yeah. Is Division, are they? Because that's a group too, right?
No, that's a dude.
That's a dude. That's one person.
Yeah,
okay.
One dude.
Is
his album's gonna drop too Friday.
Is he on OVO?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Is he?
I don't know.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
2 UK guys?
Yeah, he got the 2 dudes, from the UK.
I didn't even know about them.
They was on his last album. On More Life Heavy.
I didn't listen.
That's why
I really didn't like.
That's why that album sounded like that.
It was crazy.
Yeah, because they wrote it.
So let's talk about your guy Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Who?
Yeah, your guy.
Suzuki is not my guy.
Tsunami.
Teriyaki is not my guy.
So listen to this. So he's out of prison.
Yes, he is.
I think he's on house arrest, and he got out of prison because he was going to get out later this year.
Yeah, he was.
But September. Due to this COVID-19, the prisons are having a large case of the COVID-19. So he was already on his way out, so they granted him the release to be on house arrest. So he's been trolling.
Everybody.
He's been trolling everybody.
He's popping up on
everybody's feed, IG, and his profile picture is him basically looking like a rat.
Yeah.
Eating cheese and stuff like that. So he's playing into this. Now, a lot of people are ignoring him, though.
They need to.
So what I wanted to think, what I was thinking about is that, will this end up working for him? Or do you think the whole industry is not just going to pay? Like, when I say the industry, I'm not talking about the hip-hop community as far as the fan base. I'm talking about
the
other
artists.
rappers,
Yeah.
the artists.
No artists are going to work with him.
Yeah.
No artist is going to work with him that matters. Let me say that.
Yeah.
You'll probably get some of these young kids to work with him. And
Right.
when I say young kids, I don't even mean like YNM Melly or Young Boy. Nobody like that is going to work with him.
Yeah.
It'll be people like Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
Or artists like that. Like, there's this artist, I can't even think of his name. Thank God I can't think of his name. But he was on Genius. It's a young kid. He was on Genius. You know what Genius is, right?
Yeah.
Genius is like
you talking about
the music page, where they talk about lyrics.
Yeah, all that.
So now they do interviews.
Yeah.
And they interviewed this kid, and they were asking him about a bunch of his lyrics, and he was like, so he got this one line where he say something about a gun, and this kid was like, I'd never seen a gun before in my life.
Yeah.
And then they say this other line where he's talking about necklaces or something. And he's like, I don't own anything like that. The most expensive chain I got costs like $100. It just all sound good. Mm-hmm. And artists like that will work with Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Right, but not
because
anybody.
they fake themselves.
You ain't finna have no Quavo or Migos.
None of them go.
You ain't
bro,
finna
it
have
would
them
be
working
career
with.
suicide.
Right. So what I have noticed is that like journalists and media outlets have picked it up. Y'all saw Tekashi,
right.
The hip hop,
nobody cared.
Nobody saying nothing. They just let them go.
Because I found out he was out through. I think he was on Tory Lane's Instagram, and somebody like talked about, like one of the blogs talked about it, and somebody tagged me in and was like, "Oh, did you know Tekashi was out?" And I was like, "Nah, I had no idea. Why would I care?"
Yeah, and I love how everybody in the hip hop community is reacting to it. It's like
except for 50.
Yeah, 50 said, he said something, but everybody else is like, just ignore him. So Keep up the good work.
Yes.
All right, so let's talk about Boosie.
Okay.
So Boosie he did a Breakfast Club interview.
Yeah, he did.
And they talked to him about the situation with Dwayne Wade's daughter, right? Dwayne Wade's daughter? Zaya Wade?
Dwayne Wade's child.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So they talked about Dwayne Wade's child.
Right.
And Boosie was like, you know what? Folks came, they came at me saying I need to apologize. Right. I need to think about the money. He said Jay-Z himself came to me and was saying that I need to apologize.
He didn't say Jay-Z himself came to me.
Well, not Jay-Z himself. He said people told him.
But he need to reach out to Jay-Z.
But also, if you remember this Vlad TV interview that he did, when Jay-Z said the whole money phone thing was I ain't gonna say trash, but
he was just
stop the money
doing
phone.
That. We don't call that money.
Boosie was one of the first ones saying, "Look, I'm a grown ass man. If I want to put money into my ear and act like it's a phone, I can do that."
Well, we all know Boosie different.
Right, he's real different. But I really respected him for sticking to his roots.
Yeah, me too.
Sticking to everything he believes in and saying, "No, I ain't finna apologize." Like for what?
I mean, my thing is like, man, I've always tell people that one of the things you can't get back is words. You've already said it. It's already been documented. Yeah. And you meant it when you said it.
Meant it, right.
So just stand on it.
Yeah. And he did. He stand on his beliefs. He's like, I don't care if Jesus himself came down and told me I need to apologize. I ain't apologize.
Stand on it. And the good thing about Boosie is he doesn't have the kind of investments or endorsements that he can really lose out on any of that for saying that no way. So he'll be straight.
Yeah, he'll be all right. Because think about
his fans.
Yeah, they don't care.
80% of his fans.
Check this out. Think about
too.
it. Way how he gets his money is not in mainstream rap anyway. He's way more popular now than he was back then.
Correct.
And he's never been the type that it's like I need to get me a hit record. Like Boosie, because we was talking about this the other day. When it comes to actual hits, like on Billboard, he don't have that many.
He got Wipe Me Down,
right,
and
probably Zoom,
yeah. Because Independent won his song, right? That's Webby's song.
That's Webby's song, right. So the thing is, what I'm saying, but if you play him somewhere else,
then
the right market, on the right market, it's over with. So Boosie is straight. Boosie ain't worried about that.
He been underground anyway.
Yeah, for the longest. So
is Boosie an underground king?
Absolutely.
I think so too. I just wanted to make sure we was on the same page.
Definitely. You got to give up to him. Folks on the West Coast and folks in different coasts ain't gonna understand that as much as we would.
If you're from the South or the Midwest,
you would know that. Yeah. Definitely. So let's talk about. Did you see the Salt and Pepper trailer?
I ain't seen it.
Okay, it looks interesting. Some people were bashing it, but Lifetime is over it. Salt and Pepper have a hand in it. So
do they?
Yeah.
Okay,
well, that's why I think it's dope. Like, I'm looking forward to it. I hope that they cover a lot of stuff because Spinderella.
I was about to say, is Spinderella gonna be involved? Though?
I think she was involved. Okay. No. I think they got into it with her like last year or recently.
Yeah, because I know they kicked out the group.
And I don't know if that took away from her being part of the biopic or whatever, but it looked interesting. And I think that it's great because people sleep on what Salt and Pepper were doing at that particular time.
Salt and Pepper was dope.
They were dope. They were the first female group to go platinum or something like that. I don't know if it was them or JJ Fad, but
I don't know if JJ Fad went platinum.
No, they went platinum.
Did they?
Supersonic went platinum. The single one.
Oh, okay.
That came out on Ruthless Records.
Yeah.
And truthfully, if it wasn't for that NWA may have not been as big as they were because JJ Fad. See, NWA needed to get on the radio.
Right.
Ruthless needed to get on the radio.
Right.
And there wasn't nobody playing NWA back then.
Not on the radio.
Yeah. So JJ Fad was a good way to actually get in because it was written by Arabian Prince and Dr. Dre produced it.
Okay.
So a lot of people may not know that. So JJ Fad, that's why some folks were questioning why JJ Fad was not in the Straight Outta Compton biopic because they paved the way for Ruthless Records.
Yeah, but they couldn't have everything.
They can't have everything, but they definitely. I shout out to JJ Fad.
Yeah, shout out to JJ Fad.
But yeah, Salt and Pepper, it looks pretty dope. Y'all check out the trailer. Like I said, Lifetime is dope, but Lifetime has a very bad track record of doing biopics.
Didn't Lifetime do the Aaliyah movie?
Yes, they did, and it was terrible.
I mean, of course it was terrible. They couldn't use none of the music.
They couldn't use none of the music.
Her likeness, nothing.
Right. It was terrible.
Shout out to Wendy Williams though for that.
So let's talk about your guy Young Chop.
Who?
Exactly.
Nah, I know Young Chop.
Young Chop. Now, one thing I'll give him his roses because I think Young Chop is an incredible producer.
Yeah, he was.
Definitely on that Chief Keef.
Yeah, he was
debut album.
Yeah,
I love
Young
that
Chop
album.
on the beat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah. But he's been losing his damn mind lately.
He in jail right now, I think. Or did he bond out?
I don't know.
Yeah, he got arrested.
I'm confused. Didn't they? Because they're saying they want him out of Atlanta. Or they trying?
Well, he was out of Atlanta though, but he got arrested.
But he got arrested.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is he's been calling everybody a hoe. Now he called Drake a hoe, and some people are like, I mean, he is.
Oh wow. I'm not speaking on Drake toughness.
I didn't say he was a hoe, but it just wasn't surprising. I'm like, of course he'll call Drake a hoe.
Well, I mean, yeah,
it's believable.
I don't know if it's believable, but I mean, Drake is the easy target when you're talking about tough guy stuff.
So yeah, he called T.I. a hoe.
Yeah, he did.
He called
Jay-Z a hoe.
He called Jay-Z.
Yeah, Jay-Z, Diddy. Yeah, he called all them hoes. He called 21 Savage a hoe.
Right. Are they hoe? I'm trying to see what made him say all this.
Well, when his term hoe, he's meaning soft. Yeah. That's what he means.
Right.
I mean, I don't know why he calling him that.
Jay-Z, is he a hoe?
Come on, man.
Is he soft?
You stabbed On over some records.
That's a whole move.
Your excuse was he was getting 2 records.
Yeah, he stabbed him. Ooh.
In a club full of people. That's a hoe?
Yeah. And then he put his hands on women. That is a... We don't want to talk about that, do we?
What woman he put his hands on?
You didn't hear about that?
No, I'm asking.
Oh, now you're playing dumb.
No, I'm serious. Okay. What woman did he put his hands on?
Okay, we're not finna... I'm not finna...
No, I'm serious. Let's talk about it. What woman did he put his hands on?
You didn't hear about none of that stuff.
What?
He was abusive to women. Like they said that he choked out somebody. Just y'all do your research and find
out. They said he choked out somebody.
Yeah, or
come back with some facts or it's he say she say.
Okay, all right. That's what I'm saying. Look it up. But anyway,
he say she say.
Yeah, right. Come on, man. You don't like hear about that.
I don't care about Jay-Z's personal life anyway, though.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm not calling them. It's just I like when people say do stuff like that because it's funny as hell. Because I'm like, what did they do to deserve for you to call them a hoe?
I think he's just going crazy. He called French Montana up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was going. He went down a list of people, and then he came to
21 Savage Hood, didn't
and got shot at
during quarantine.
Yeah,
like you really gotta be on some shit, or
you gotta
like a nigga.
You gotta be bored, dog.
Yeah,
you gotta be bored, or out of your mind.
Who's trying to beef right now? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, you have to be.
Dudes from Chicago.
Yeah,
yeah.
Sean, do you think that Drake is a hoe? Or Diddy? Do you think they hoe? Young Chop seems to think
Diddy definitely stole on Drake. So.
Yeah, he did.
And he hit his son's coach over the head with a weight.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's the fella you want to call up.
Right, and don't forget about how bad he does as artist. And nothing bad has happened to him.
I don't know nothing about that.
Who's trying to throw a refrigerator on him? Wasn't
The Locks. The Locks.
Then the Locks.
Hey, but you know, Diddy Daddy was a gangster though, man.
Yeah, he
like
was.
For real,
that's why
bro.
he's no longer here,
bro. Like,
yeah. Diddy
Pops was a gangster. Like he was one of the people that ran Harlem.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and Harlem that's a tough ass place.
Like, I don't know if Diddy a hoe, bro. I don't know if I would go that far.
So. I don't think Diddy a hoe.
Don't let that dancing and them fake teeth fool you.
Right. You said fake teeth.
Yeah, I mean, it's teeth fake.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, they did only have a shootout in the middle of a club.
Yeah.
Like,
don't forget that.
Right.
Exactly. I don't think Diddy a hoe. It's just funny that Young Chop is saying all these folks are hoes. So let's also talk about something crazy that happened. The XFL.
Okay.
Folded.
Damn, I hate that for Vince McMahon.
XFL has folded.
Not that I rock with Vince McMahon, but
yeah,
I hate that for him.
So yeah, XFL, that was an alternative for the NFL.
Right.
XFL started back in 2001.
Yes.
But they ended up folding the same year they started due to unfortunate circumstances.
Yeah, they couldn't make enough money.
They couldn't make enough money, and people couldn't get invested into the product. It was ahead of its time.
Yeah, it was.
But the NFL did adopt some of the XFL's rules and stuff. So XFL came back 20 years later, and they ended up folding again. But it's due to this quarantine. It was COVID-19.
They can't make the money.
You can't. And the thing is, I was disappointed in it because I wanted something alternative to the NFL.
Yeah.
Because I don't fuck with the NFL.
Well, I mean, I think Vince McMahon is just as racist as like the
absolutely.
NFL owners, so that wasn't it. I just like when big companies have to compete.
Right.
Because right now, I don't mean to cut you off, but because right now, the NFL has a monopoly on football in America. Really in the world. Because, I mean, think about it. Like, we laugh at the Canadian Football League. Like, it's...
And arena football.
Like, it's laughable.
Yeah.
But the XFL was actually dope. Like, some of those guys were good. Now, some of them was trash.
Yeah.
But some of them were actually good, and some of them were ex-NFL players who just weren't good enough to play in the NFL no more, but were still really good. And I just like that.
And I look at it not like it's almost like Ice Cube's Big Three, but it was bigger because it wasn't full of retired.
Yeah, it
people.
wasn't. Yeah, the Big Three is cool.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna talk bad about it.
Yeah.
But those players be washed up. Like those guys can't play in the NBA anymore.
XFL is people
some of these people could play because they were talking about one of the quarterbacks. I can't remember his name, but it's the black guy. They were talking about how teams from the NFL were trying to get him to sign with them once the XFL season ended. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it was going to be an opportunity for people. But I think that the rate that they were going with ESPN covering them, Fox News covering
they
them,
were picking up
they were going to be, in the next 10 years, I think that they would have been, I ain't going to say as big as the NFL.
No, they wouldn't have been as big as the NFL because they don't have the money to offer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, just think about it. If you're a standout player, you know what I'm saying, and you're going to get drafted by the Detroit Lions who are trash or the Alabama Senators. Like, I mean, that's still a no-brainer. You know, like you're going to go to the one with the bigger league, bigger exposure, and bigger money.
Yeah. And I think that, because I do feel like Vince McMahon, of course, he's as racist, but thing is, every owner that is of a particular race, I look at them like it's a huge chance that they are going to be racist. But you have opportunities for men, like black men. If NFL is tripping about you kneeling and taking a stand or whatever, XFL may not be like that. You have alternatives to go get money. And that's what made wrestling prosperous back then, because you had WCW, WWF, ECW. You always had a place to go.
And that's when it was at its best to me.
Exactly. Because you had to compete.
You had to really be putting on a good show. Otherwise, people would be like, oh, I'm just going to watch WCW.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of that, real quick, WCW or WW? What was it? WWF at the time?
Yeah.
Which one are you on?
I mean, of course, who were winning the Monday Night Wars, it was WCW at first. But then, just like how we say the Bone and Outkast thing, how Bone was hot in the 90s and then Outkast came in the new millennium, WWF wised up, realized what they needed to work on because they had no choice. They were against the grain. And then WWF, I remember switching and starting to watch WWF.
Yeah, me too. But another reason why I switched is because Vince McMahon got smart and was like, I'm just going to take your superstars, and started moving. I don't know if he bought their contracts out or what.
Well, no, they weren't superstars at the time.
I don't know, because he got Sting to come to WWF.
That was years later.
But he got him to come.
No, so this is the thing. As far as winning the war, right?
Yeah, Rey Mysterio Jr. came.
Yeah, but see, this is what I'm saying, because you talking to a nigga that still watch wrestling. So with WCW, they were taking these superstars from WWF. Razor Ramon, Kevin Nash, Hulk Hogan. Right. You know what I'm saying? Macho Man at first. Now, WWF, what they started doing was taking the mid-carders who deserve a bigger shot at the time. Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho, Eddie Guerrero. Right. And they came over to WWF and made a huge impact. Yeah. Now, later, you didn't have any more WCW. Like, Sting could have came if he wanted to at that particular time. Goldberg could have came when they first bought the company out, but they still had their contracts that they could, live off of. Because Time Warner was breaking bread with those wrestlers. It was crazy. But, yeah. Eventually, of course. So WWF, they started having a better product at a certain point. I was Team WCW because I remember switching back the channels, and the quality of WCW looked so much better than WWF. Like, WWF cameras looked like cloudy.
Yeah, they did. I mean, you could just tell they was the newcomers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but, I mean, in the end.
Yeah. WWF won eventually. So, yeah. Also, when we talking about Diddy, which he in the hole, right? We already said that.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So, he was doing the dance-a-thon.
Yeah.
There's an individual that popped up on that dance-a-thon.
Why would you leave her alone, man?
Look, man, we got to address it because it was controversy.
Yeah.
So Lizzo, shout out to Lizzo, my BBW queen that she don't mind twerking.
Is Lizzo the queen of the BBW?
She's the queen.
I think she is too, actually.
Ain't nobody outdoing Lizzo. Lizzo, we love you, baby. But check this out. So they were playing music, right? Because Diddy he was dancing for hours, bro. So
and his whole family, bro. I don't know how they was doing it.
I'm talking about everybody. So then
he had that knee brace on.
Yeah. So then Lizzo she started twerking to, what was that song that was
Cash.
The Baby and Megan.
And Megan,
yeah. So she started, and then Diddy was like, oh, hold on. Right. He stopped it, and he was saying that, we're trying to keep it clean. right?
Right.
With the music.
Correct.
That's what he was saying.
With the music.
Right? So then, later, Draka, ain't that her name? Drea.
Yeah.
Drea starts dancing and twerking to Juvenile's Back That Ass Up.
Right. Was it the clean version or the dirty version?
Dirty version.
Okay.
So Diddy didn't say anything.
Right.
So what people had a problem with, they were saying, okay, so Lizzo twerks and you stop it, but you let Drea do it and it's no problem.
Right.
Now Diddy's excuse was, hey.
Diddy's reasoning. Diddy's excuse.
Okay. Diddy's reasoning.
Right.
Was that it was explicit.
Right.
Cash shit was more. It was explicit.
Yeah.
But Juvenile's Back That Ass Up wasn't explicit.
Right.
No, that's not true.
That's very true.
Juvenile's Back That Ass Up is just as explicit.
No, it's not, bro. No, it is not.
What is Juvenile talking about in this song?
Backing that ass up.
What is the baby and Megan talking about in the Cash shit?
Sucking dick. Oh, I don't know if I can say that. Can I say that on here? I said it now. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, that, they two totally different songs.
It's still vulgar, though.
No, it's
still vulgar to talk a woman backing her ass up. I agree.
But the vulgarity is different, bro.
Bruh, it's just as bad.
No, it's not. They
That's,
say ass on the radio.
But the thing is, twerking. We know that Back That Ass Up is a twerking song.
Bro, but Back That Ass Up
and it was just a hook
girl,
playing.
You look good once you back that ass up. You a big fine woman once you back that ass up. Call me Big Daddy once you back that ass up. Girl, who's you playing with? Back that ass up. It's not as bad as, you know why these bitches love me? Because baby don't give a fuck. I be pulling a weave, take my dick out, and then I titty fuck. Like, come on, man. But those are two drastically different phrases.
I think that when he saw Lizzo twerking, he
didn't, man. It didn't have nothing to do with that.
This is the only time I agree with the women who
exactly. Meg Thee Stallion say bitch like 13 times in that song. No, it's two completely different levels of vulgarity. Stop.
So you think
they reach it?
Okay, so let me ask you this.
They reach it. Don't nobody care about Megan Thee Stallion.
Let me ask you
big
this.
Ass twerking no more, dog.
So if Lizzo was to twerk,
Lizzo, my bad.
Yeah, said Megan Thee
Stallion. She big too though, not fat, but she about 6 feet tall.
So if Lizzo was twerking to Back That Ass Up, you don't think Diddy would?
No, not at all. First of all, Back That Ass Up is like, come on, man, that's like swag surf. Like, that's like a...
No, I get it.
Yeah, that's like Black History
in the interest of fairness, as Vince McMahon used to say, man. In the interest of fairness, I see where people were coming from.
I mean, I see, but I hope they stretched before they reached. Otherwise, they gonna pull a muscle. Because, come on, man, no, stop.
So, the only way he can make it right is if he lets Lizzo work on his Instagram.
He should.
Yeah.
Because who cares? If Lizzo want to twerk, let her twerk. It's because we was talking about wrestling.
All right, exactly. Rikishi, yeah. So Diddy was like, dog, y'all should have. He said, whoa. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it was because of the song.
He was jamming the Cash shit. He was like, yeah. And
then Megan said bitch like twice, and he was like, whoa.
Nah, he saw Lizzo twerking twice.
Stop.
And was like, whoa.
You stop. You know you don't even mean that,
He saw that big old thing moving. And it was like, oh.
It wasn't even moving.
The screen was shaking. And he had to... Diddy, you should be ashamed of yourself.
No, Diddy, you should not be ashamed of yourself.
We're going to let Drea do all that
keeping your show clean.
Whatever. Yeah, clean and terrible. Lizzo was... Anyway.
Shout out to Lizzo, man. Lizzo, you can shake your ass on my Instagram anytime you get ready, baby.
You can't do it on mine. All right, so let's talk about some nostalgia.
Oh, my God. They are going to kill you for that.
Oh, man. Y'all are wild, dude. Y'all are wild. Diddy saw that thing moving, didn't he? Oh. He was like, whoa, hold on. All right.
Shout out to Lizzo, man.
Shout out to Lizzo. That's all I can do. Shout out to Lizzo, man.
Man, you are crazy, man.
Diddy, you should be ashamed of yourself.
No, Diddy should not.
Diddy, come on, man. You could have let that girl twerk.
No, not to that song.
Not to that song? Okay.
No. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, give up, give up, give up.
I know you got doubts, but get to the bag. Just follow the dream and
stick with the plan. I know you get worried, I know you get scared. Better take that risk, or you get stuck there. The sky's the limit. Don't think it's a